Hello, sunshines. Let me adjust this air. Because, babe, I feel like I'm about to burn up. Let me do auto, turn this over. Let me bring it down a little bit. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Okay, there we go. At least to that. Perfect. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from before we get started. Okay, here we go. Hey, North Carolina. I got something to tell y'all. And it's so interesting. Hey, Brooklyn. Y'all remember I had that live? Well, I don't know. If y'all was on last Friday, y'all saw that I had the live that was saying the portals are closing. And I still have it on YouTube, if you're on my YouTube. So you'll be able to see it. The Women Wake Up, the portals are closing. And it was a very powerful live because I was breaking down, hey, Milwaukee, hey, Georgia. I was breaking down what I saw in scripture and the vision that I had of people losing their jobs really quickly, like at a very rapid rate, and happening really quickly. How about the next day? I told this to my friend too, right? So one girl who was on the live, she was just like, I reject this, and she left or whatever, which was fine. Hey, North Carolina. And one of the things that you guys have to realize about creating content on this app, or either, doing or standing in the fullness of yourself, when you speak truth, and even if there's evidence with it, sometimes people are not going to receive it, and that's okay. You have to be okay with people willing to reject things, especially because you got to remember, especially if you're a believer, the Messiah was rejected, so you really can't even trip about being rejected at all on any level. But the crazy part was, I had this conversation with my friend after, like I told her before I went live, I was like, look, this is what the vision that I got, da-da-da. How about the next day she sent me an article, and it's a video, and it's sitting, the text conversation is sitting in my story right now. She sent me a video, and the video basically was confirming how the market is in an aggressive state, the economy is in an aggressive state, and how a bunch of people are going to start losing their jobs starting in March. Literally sent me the video, and she sent me the video, and she was like, remember your vision? I'm not telling y'all something that, I'm not trying to make you afraid. I'm not trying to do any of that. What I'm trying to do is get you prepared. What I have been doing since last year is teaching women how to make money. What I have been doing is teaching women how to control and regulate their emotions. What I have been doing is teaching women how to elevate and really get to the next level. And I'm telling you, this thing is happening faster than what people realize and what people know. I'm sending this out real quick, this live out. And like I said, I'm not trying to scare y'all. I just want to give you absolute truth. That's all I ever want to do. And with that being said, I'm going to tell you how you can prepare and how you can get yourself situated and get yourself ready for this right here of what's coming. Because, baby, it's coming. And reality speaking, it's already here. Thank you very much. It's already here. And so I just want women to be prepared. I'm going to tell you about 5 things that you can do to get prepared. There's no reason for you to, it's an unknown situation of how things are about to shift and go. But what I don't want you to do is to be consumed about what's happening. I want you to be aware. So my job is always to bring forth awareness so that you can actually take action and do what it is that you need to do for yourself. For those who do not know me, and this is your first time watching me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine lifestyle strategist. I have, and I continue to do the amazing work of teaching women who are ambitious how to master their authentic feminine design so that they can regulate their emotions. And once they regulate their emotions, I teach them how to create seamless income, which means I teach them how to make money in a very smooth way, meaning that we don't do manual labor, we don't chase bags, we actually catch them over here. And then I also teach my clients how to build a digital-based business model where you're able to work from anywhere in the entire world. What qualifies me to do this? Well, I've done it. I've built a 6-figure business from the ground up without struggling or stressing and without being hustling at all. I have regulated my emotions enough for me to be able to get myself together and master my design to lose 90 pounds, to regulate my emotions. I used to be a very, very angry, over the top, overdoing it masculine woman. And I also have been able to create a life that supports my womanhood while I travel the world as a digital nomad. I'm actually on a digital nomad assignment right now in Texas. So, and I'm actually going to leave here though, but I'm actually here now on assignment. And so I love the work that I do. I love the life I live. I've done a lot of work to be able to do this. All praises to the Most High. I've done a lot of work to be able to get in this position, and I support women in doing their work so that they can get in a position to, either make more money, to attract better, whatever it is that you want. I support women in becoming energetic matches to receive those things. Because if you may want $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, hey Kendra, my love, but if you're not an energetic match to be able to manage that and receive that, it's not happening for you. So I help you do your work so you can get what actually comes with you. Because if you don't know it or not, you have dominion. But if you don't understand your godlike nature, and if you don't get your character together, you're not going to be able to sustain whatever it is that you're building. So I support my clients in longevity, sustainability. What is that? What has that looked like? I've supported my clients with strategies that have taken them from 5 figures to 6 figures in business, from 6 figures to multi 6 figures, and then also healing different aspects and areas of their lives, as well as attracting partnerships and marriage partners that they want. So literally, whatever life that you are wanting to live, I guide you back to yourself so that you can ooze the proper energy that is authentically you, so that you can not only attract that thing, but you learn the tools and the strategies necessary to keep it, okay, and to sustain it. So again, I'm going to be tapping a little bit more into what I talked about on Friday, but just on an elevated level, because it's so important and it's so vital, y'all. Things are shifting in this world. Like I said, people didn't really want to hear what I had to say on Friday when I was speaking about how things are going to shift very quickly. And then the next day, that video came out speaking about how people are about to lose their job. And the thing is, it's not about you losing your job. It's about the fact that you've made your job your God, so you solely depend on it. You should not be in one space at a 9 to 5, and if they fire you today, you about to lose your mind because you don't know what you're going to do. It shouldn't be like that. When you are like that, that means that you don't know your own skill set, because you think that you need that job, when in reality that job needs you, which is why they hired you, because they need you to get their goals accomplished. And because you spend your time focusing on achieving their goals, we tend to forget about our own. Well, how about these people don't care about you? And I think that we want people and corporations and different things to care about us that don't, when we are the ones that are responsible for making sure that we're taking care of and taking care of our own selves. So I'm all about women who are soul-led, and I'm all about women who are leaders. I don't talk to women who follow. Okay? Hi, my love. Good morning. I talk about women, and I talk and work with women who understand that they are leaders. They are called to do and be something greater than what they are actually doing. They understand that, but they may not have the strategy or the tools to be able to get there. So I support those women in getting there, okay? So it's so important and so vital, the 5 key things that I'm going to talk about that's going to prepare you for what is coming, because what is coming is already here. And if you're not in tune with self, it's going to be very difficult. Thank you very much. It's going to be very difficult for you to thrive in the new upcoming society, because everything is going very much so AI. Everything is going very much so skill-based. And I'm going to be real with you. A lot of us have been in spaces. Y'all have not been amplifying your gifts. You have not been up-leveling your skills. And you're going to be shocked when these corporations and companies show you how much you are not valuable, how they don't care about you when it comes down to what their bigger goals are, okay? So you have to talk about and care about yourself. So the first thing I need everyone to understand is that every woman on this live, you working in corporate, you working for someone, they don't care about you. It's not their job to care about you. It's not their job to care about your feelings. It's not their job to care about your well-being. That is your responsibility. The Most High tells you in Scripture that you should love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you're not loving yourself enough to not allow yourself to be mistreated, to be taken advantage of, and all of these things, then you're not loving anyone else outside of yourself. And that first comes with you understanding your value as a woman. First and foremost, you need to know that you are high-level currency. You are time, you are energy, you are attention, and you are money. Okay? When you understand that you are made up of these things, you don't worship these things. You don't waste these things. You are very, very clear and intentional about these things. You are intentional with your time. So you're not hanging out with everybody. You're not going on dates just because you're bored and you're just trying to find something to bypass your time. Okay? Feminine women are very, very clear and very intentional about the things that they desire and they want. We don't waste time because we understand that time is the highest form of currency, okay, on this earth. And so you have to understand, baby, you don't have time to waste. You have a set of time that is your chronological time, the time that you're supposed to be here, your years, your hours, your seconds, the days you're going to be here. And then you also have Kairos time. Kairos time is the ebb and flow of life. You have seasons where you are flourishing. You have seasons where you are in famine. Okay? So this is you understanding the ebbs and flows of life because you understand time. You are also energy. So when I say that you are energy, it is your responsibility to manage your energy. A lot of people who are people pleasers, a lot of people who are stuck in the phase of what they do for people identifies them, right? Those people are huge at mismanaging their energy. They do everything for everybody. They overperform. They do all of these things with the expectation of you seeing them as a good person, you seeing them as a valuable person, because they find value in doing. And when women find value in doing things for other people instead of being, that's because you're working more in left brain energy, which is masculine energy, because you're not comfortable and nobody made it okay for you to sit in your right brain energy, which is your feminine energy, which is your creativity, which is your nurturing, which is all of those things, your intuition. You don't feel comfortable sitting in those things. You don't trust yourself, so you go directly logic and you try to do everything and be everything for everyone. And when you realize that you cannot please people and please the Most High, because that's an oxymoron, and when you really realize that you cannot please people because people are never pleased, then you find yourself exhausted, then you find yourself upset, then you find yourself hurt because you realize that you've done all these things for people, and as much as you want to blame them, these are a part of you not managing your energy properly. You are a mismanager of your energy because you want people to like you so much. You want to be seen as a good person and all of this type of foolishness. When in reality, you need to be seen as a competent person. You need to be seen as a person who is discerning. You need to be seen as a person who is operating from the authentic space that is them, okay? But you can't do that when you're trying to people please. So you have to know, one, you are energy, which is why you need to stop wasting it on people who don't value your energy or people who drain your energy, okay? So understand that aspect. The third thing is that you have to understand that you are also attention. Society's highest form of currency right now is attention. And I'm going to tap into that today so that you can prepare for the things that are happening in society and it shifts so you're not looking crazy when it happens, okay? So the highest form of currency in society, which is a creation of man, is literally your attention. If media, if anything can play and get your attention, it has the ability to manipulate your energy. And when I say manipulate your energy, emotion is defined as energy in motion. When you allow people to get your attention, it's easier for you to be manipulated by whatever is happening, whether it's television, whether it's a person. That's why you have to be very careful about what you give your attention to, because once it captures your attention, it captures your thoughts. And once your thoughts are captured, okay, then that starts to play a role in how we emotionally respond to things, which is why people go crazy when the news posts something saying, oh my God, all the food in the stores are gone. So everyone is freaking out and going to the stores and doing this or trying to find other ways of running and having all this anxiety trying to figure out what is the next move. You need to start paying attention to when people are playing on your top. You need to start paying attention to when people are really trying to get you and rile you up in an emotional state that goes against what the Most High tells you to not do. Society puts you in position to always be afraid. Society always puts you in position to always worry. And Scripture tells you that fear is not of the Most High. And it also tells you, right, they're wanting to they telling you all of this stuff. And it also tells you that worry is not of the Most High, because the Most High asks you, what hour of life are you going to add onto your life by worrying? So the reality of the situation is this. Society has been playing on our top. They're going to continue to play on our top. And you really going to have to detach from the people and understand your internal value so that you can start creating a life that you can thrive in. Because a lot of people about to go in survival mode. And when people go into survival mode, they go into savage mode. And let me tell you something. When they go into savage mode, that's a mode of desperation. And like my mother always says, a desperate person is a dangerous person. Okay? So I'm not even trying. I've been doing this work, letting y'all know that this stuff is happening since and the thing is, you don't have to believe me. People come on my live all the time. You said this in 2022. You said this in 2021. I know. So what I'm telling you now is I'm really wanting us to get prepared, because I'm telling y'all, Friday, I got really, and the YouTube video is still up. I got really emotional Friday because when I saw that vision of people like really losing their job, and it really like everybody just like, I'm telling you, it's not a joke and it's not a game. It really hurt my feelings. It really crushed me in a way. Sometimes I wish I did not know and I did not get some of the things that I got, because I didn't want to come before y'all and tell you that. Not because you don't need to know, but because of how it shook me when I saw it. So for it to shake me, and I'm having to come before you and be honest and tell you what's happening, I want you to wake up. I need women to wake up. Some of us don't need to be in no relationships right now. You need to get yourself in your house in order. You need to get your house in order. And I'm not just talking about spiritually. I'm talking about everything. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. I have a video where I talked about what happened. I was basically shown a vision through a pattern when I was reading in scripture about how so many people are going to lose their jobs and stuff, and it's going to happen really fast. I said that on live last Friday. A couple of people were like, oh, they reject that. Totally fine with me. I have no problem. I brought it down in scripture and everything to show you. Right the next day after that, my friend who I had a conversation with before I went live and told her this, sent me a video confirming exactly what I said and how it was going to start in early March. I didn't know nothing about that video. And I posted the text in my story. And if you're on my email list, I sent you the video this morning for you to see it for yourself. And if for those who want the video, feel free to DM me. I will send you the video, because if you don't have to believe me, that's literally the warning that was given to me. Scared me when she was like, girl, here go your vision. Scared me. Sometimes I don't even know or like some of the things that I have to know. I don't say half of what I really be knowing, because I don't want people to be all over the place to be scared. I only move in a space of obedience to make sure I'm not doing too much. But that is literally what is happening. Okay, and so today I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do to prepare, because this ain't happening. This ain't shifting. This is going to happen continuously. Okay, I believe you. They laid me off in August. I work from home. Listen to me. It's going to be a lot of them, and they're going to happen so quick. Y'all thought when people was going to Amazon and they told them people they didn't have no jobs, it's going to be a lot of that happening. It's going to be a lot of doors. Y'all, them companies and corporations don't care about you. You have to care about you, which is why you need to know that you are high-level currency, okay? The next thing you need to know is that you are money. You are money. They don't pay you. You are money. You are the real value, okay? What's my education behind high school? My love, you must really be new here. I'm bachelor's, I'm mastered up, and I had some doctoral work. You are the money and you are the value, okay? What you have to understand is that you work for these corporations and they pay you an extremely cheap salary to make you think that you need them. Scripture tells you in Proverbs 8 and 12, you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. It also tells you in Proverbs 18 and 16, okay? It also tells you 18 and 16, okay, that your gifts will make room for you. Your gifts means that you have an offering to give. Okay, so you have something to give that is going to enlarge your territory so that you can get to the next level. Child, I'm finna block whoever this is talking about something. You must not have no education. You must be new here. I don't feel like reading you today your rights, so I'm gonna let you live. So please come in here with some sense, or I'm gonna block you. Okay, because I don't feel like making an example today, and you don't want to be made an example of on this live. Believe you me, because I'm not gonna go off on you, but I will gather you up spiritually. So please relax. Okay, so you need to understand that you are money. You don't work for money. You are money. You have the value within you. And when you understand that you are high-level currency, you start to position yourself like that and treat yourself like that. The scriptures are Proverbs 8 and 12 and Proverbs 18 and 16. Okay? So I need you to put in the comments that you are high level currency. So put in the comments for me, I am high level currency, because you need to know that you are time, you are energy, you are attention, you are money. And you also need to know that these corporations do not care about you. They don't care. So stop expecting them to care. Stop expecting them to look at you like, oh my goodness, this and this and that. They don't care. As a woman, they don't care. These corporations were set up to make us slaves. You either want to be free or you don't. And this is coming from somebody who was a corporate slave for a long time. Okay? So I'm just trying to get you in position so you can come up out of that before they slam the door in your face. And then you come back to me telling me, you was right. That ain't going to matter, baby, because I don't care about being right. I want you to win. I swear to you, I don't care about being right. I care about you getting results, because I'm a results-driven woman. So I don't care about being right. I don't care about any of that. I care about you winning. So if you want to win, this is going to be the live for you to be able to get yourself prepared. If you don't and you ain't ready to do that work and you want to keep lollygagging in 2024, I'll see you in December 2024 when it's really in game and you really begin to see from 2025 all the way through, at least for the next couple of years, it's going to be something. Let me tell you, it's old people I'm having conversation with the elderly all the time. My mother's in her 60s. My mother said, I've never seen what is happening in this world today. Nobody recognizes the world today. And see, the millennials like myself, Gen Z, see, we think we've been riding a wave. We think that, this is the way, we think that we know the way the world works. Baby, the world is about to shift and change in a way that none of us has ever seen. Nobody knows. And what you can do and what is so important. And I always tell people this all the time. Please don't lean to your own understanding. You are the truth, sis. I got laid off 30 days. Let me tell y'all something. I am trying to tell you. I am just trying to tell you. I'm not here to scare you. And don't even be afraid, because fear is not of the Most High. You get in position. That's what you do. You get in position, because one thing for sure, two things for certain. The Most High ain't gonna never have his folks out here looking crazy. But you need to make sure that you are in alignment where you need to be spiritually, so you can capture your thoughts mentally, so you can control your emotions, so you control your emotional reactions, and then your behavior can shift. Because you about to see some stuff. You are about to see some things. We ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing is going lower. Prices are going to continue to increase. You're going to have to amplify your gifts and your skill sets if you want to thrive. I'm just going to keep it real with you. You're going to have to, okay? And the way you understand that is by going within, because you have the kingdom of heaven within you. When you going to start acting like it? Never seen the righteous begging for bread. Never. We ain't going to see it. You make sure you in that number, though. That's all I'm saying. So understand that you are high level currency. Understand that you are valuable. Understand that you don't have to perform to have this type of value. You have this value within you naturally, because the Most High gave it to you. And let me tell you something. What the Most High gives you can't nobody take. But you have to be the one to recognize that within yourself. Okay? So that's the first thing I need you to know. Your high level currency. Second thing I need you to understand is that your belief impacts your biology, and your biology influences the way that you behave. If you believe that you are sick and you about to leave here, guess what? The body's going to come into agreement with that, and then you're going to start performing in the space to where you start behaving like an anxiety attack. For women who think that they're pregnant but they not, you done convinced yourself you're pregnant, now you're throwing up, you feel like you can smell everything, the body is responding like that. Why? And you're behaving in a way that seems like you're pregnant. But then when you take the pregnancy test, you're not pregnant. Why? Because you tricked yourself into believing that. Because belief impacts biology, and biology influences the way you behave. The next thing you need to understand is that if you're going to create success for yourself, there's a 3-part success strategy system, okay, that I live by, I support my clients with, and it's very important. If you look at any celebrity situation where people are scandals or anything, I guarantee you they violated one of these 3 things, and that's why they're in the position that they're in. No cap. Number 1, obedience to spiritual law. People really think that they can play with the one that created them. People really think they can live this life and not obey spiritual law, because the first rule of thumb is to obey spiritual law. If you don't obey spiritual law, baby, you're going to find yourself in a crazy position, because we are spirit beings having a human experience. Now, you don't have to acknowledge that. Feel free to do whatever it is you feel like you want to do it as well with your soul, baby. But understand that law is law. Just because you choose not to, entertain it does not mean it's not active. One of the major laws that people use against themselves and they harm themselves with is the law that speaks when it says God is not mocked. For whatever a man sows, you're going to reap. Also known as the law of cause and effect. Okay? If you believe or if you lie to yourself, you need to expect other people to lie to you. If you disrespect yourself, you should expect other people to disrespect you. If you dishonor yourself, you should expect other people to dishonor you, because it tells you in scripture, you are to love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, the reflection that you're going to get from your neighbor is not love. Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing on your top. Stop putting these images out here like you have it all. Just stop. Start being honest with yourself and obey law. Treat yourself the way you need to be treated, okay? And other people will treat you the way you need to be. You treat yourself like trash, and you're sitting on the frequency of fear, and you're wondering why you meet other people on the frequency of fear, and then they treat you, y'all get together, and it's a nightmare. That's what happens when you're scared. It's a nightmare. All because you refuse to come up to the frequency of love, where you can actually attract friends, partners, better business clients, all of that from up here. You'd rather stay down here because you're so scary. And you swear up and down you don't know why people treat you that way, because you're so kind-hearted, and why people treat you like this. You don't obey law. You don't know spiritual law, so you don't obey it. And because you are not obedient to law, you're not obedient to yourself. So everyone that comes and interacts with you treats you as such. Okay? So you really got to start paying attention to this thing, because it's not a game and it's not a joke. Obedience to spiritual law is very key, but y'all go off and do what you want to do. The second thing is this: understanding the science of yourself as well as understanding the science of everything else. When I tell you corporate don't care about y'all, when I tell you corporate don't care about y'all, when I tell you society don't care about y'all, these people have lied to us all our lives. They told us as women we have a cycle, or you need to just don't screen record, because it's going to mess up. This is going to go on YouTube. Do not screen record this, because it's going to mess up everything for the message, and I will get off here because I'm not going to go back and forth with this thing start cutting up, okay? So just trust me, it's going to go on YouTube. If you're on my YouTube subscribe list, you'll get it. If you're on my email list, you'll get it. Don't trip, okay? I lost my train of thought. It's okay. It's okay. What I need you to understand is that they lied to us. They lied to us about, okay, our cycles. We have 4 phases in our cycle. See, the Most High, the creator of everything, is an amazing genius, is an architectural genius, okay? So first and foremost, you have 4 phases in your cycle: luteal, follicular, ovulation, and menstrual. You literally become 4 different women during the month, on top of your inner child and your inner teen, especially if you ain't did your healing. I already know they're out of whack, okay? So you got like 6 people going on the inside of you, okay? So first and foremost, if you're not in alignment and understanding how you rise and what happens with you during those phases of your cycle, if you're not eating according to your cycle, if you are not exercising, if you are not resting, your body is imbalanced. And an imbalanced body is the perfect place for mental illness and for physical illness. I'm going to say that again. An imbalanced body is the perfect host for mental illness, okay, and physical illness. I'm telling you what I know, okay? I'm not telling you what I've seen. I'm telling you what I know. The society has positioned us as women to become so imbalanced that we do not even recognize that we are so imbalanced, okay? We don't recognize these things. And because you don't understand the science of yourself, and society has played up the aesthetics and the beauty and the art of womanhood, you don't know yourself. Therefore, you don't understand your own chemical energy. Therefore, when you meet a man and you think you're going to mix your chemical energy with his chemical energy, and when y'all get together, like in true chemistry, when 2 wrong chemicals come together, you have an explosion in your face, known as your love life, known as all these other things. Then you're trying to figure out what went wrong. What went wrong is you don't understand the science of yourself. Therefore, if you don't understand the science of yourself and how you operate as a woman, how do you believe and think that you're going to understand the science of how men operate? Because that's a different kind of element, sweetheart. That's a different kind of movement. That's a different kind of science. See, society is great at playing up the fantasy or the beauty side of things without telling you the real. You have to understand there is an art and a science to your womanhood. There's an art and a science to manhood. There's an art and a science to children. And if you don't understand the science of yourself, how are you going to understand the science of everything else around you? You can't. Y'all out here letting people tell y'all that it is demonic for you to understand that all of the elements are connected to you. Y'all letting people tell you that when it tells you in scripture what time it is. It tells you that you're from the earth. You literally have the fire and warmth in your blood. Your body has to have water for your heart and your mind. It's mainly made up of water. And the breath in your lungs is air. So you mean to tell me that you don't think that you are connected to these things? Let me tell you something. When you don't understand the science of yourself, you cannot understand the science of everything else around you. Therefore, you cannot live cohesively. Therefore, you will not have peace because you don't know self. That's true tea. That's true tea. But they don't tell you that. Society ain't going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that, because if you knew who you are, how dare you elevate? How dare you come above me? The only way out is the only way out is in. The only way out of the matrix. People say the only way out of this whole matrix thing is to go in. Why? Because the kingdom of heaven is within you. When are you going to start acting like it? Luke 17:21, you were birthed with the kingdom frequency, the God frequency within you. And you won't even tap in because you're too busy listening to people outside of you. That's because you don't understand the art and the science of yourself. So that's the second part of the success strategy system. If you don't understand the science of yourself and anything else around you, you're going to have a hard time sustaining your success. Period. Number 3. Okay? Luke 17:21. Knowing your personal psychology so that you don't repeat it. See, a lot of us got a lot of judgment for the women that came before us, the women that reared us into this life. We have a lot of judgment for the men that they chose. We have a lot of judgment, for the decisions they made. And you should have did this, and you should have healed, and you should have did this. Yes, they probably should have done all of those things. And I'm pretty sure, looking back on it now, if they could have done that, they would have done those things. What are you going to do with your life at this point in time? Are you going to look back at the things that they've done so that you can actually assess without having hurt feelings and look and see different ways that you can close these gaps so your daughters, so the women that come after you don't have to endure the same thing? Or are you stuck on being judgmental towards them and wondering why you can't ooze feminine energy? I'm going to tell you why. Because feminine energy and unforgiveness cannot reside in the same vessel. It don't work that way. So if you ain't ready to look at your mama and realize that they did what they knew how to do based on that, and find the gap so you can close the door so you don't have to do it again, and so your daughters don't have to go through it again, you might as well prepare yourself to do the same thing and go through similar cycles, just in a different kind of way. You just wearing a different outfit. But you doing the same thing, because you still an orange that came from an orange tree. I've never seen an apple come from an orange tree. Ever. And she said, did this in me and my mom's relationship. Period. Because let me tell you something. Though you need that wisdom. You might be mad at them, but you need that wisdom to see what they did wrong so you can close the gap. You either going to break the loop or you going to repeat the loop. That's your only two options, for real. So again, the success strategy system that I'm telling you, number 1, obedience to spiritual law. Number 2, understanding the science of yourself as well as understanding the science of every single thing around you. And then number 3, knowing your personal psychology so that you do not repeat it. That is a success strategy system. If you look at any scandal, Hollywood, anything that's come out, I guarantee you they violated one of those situations, which is why they could not sustain their success. The Most High don't play about that. Baby, anything you do to obtain wealth in an evil way, you're not going to keep it. You may have it for 20 years. You may have it for a hot second. It may look like you're going to be on top. But baby, let me tell you something. I know a man that made a decision at 36 that's paying for it now at 62. Y'all better pick somebody else to play with, because I'm going to tell you something. The bill always come due. The bill always coming due. So the decisions you make right now in 2024, I'm going to tell you, they're going to impact your next 20 years. You better move smart. You better move wise. You better move in discernment. You better move in wisdom. Because, baby, it's not a game and it's not a joke. Okay? So that's the 3-part success strategy system. I'm going to go ahead and get into these 5 things that needs to be focused on, because it's extremely important. Y'all, I broke 2 nails, so don't come in here with this judgment, okay? Because I ain't got time. I'm gonna fix it when I get home, when I fly out, because I'm flying out tonight. But I'm gonna give you these 5 things so that you can get prepared, because this stuff is happening. People are going to lose their jobs. It's already started. Like you said, queens on here have already said, you ain't lying. I lost my job. You ain't lying. This is. I'm not, and it's not coming from a fear base. It's for you to prepare. Because there's no reason for you to be afraid if the Most High is for you. Baby, who could be against you? They could say, ain't no tissue in the store. I guarantee the Most High gonna make sure I got some. Because the righteous ain't never been forsaken. They might say it ain't no food out here. The Most High gonna make sure I have some. Okay? So that's how you got to be moving, but you got to prepare because these corporations don't care about you. And they're going to release you. They're going to cut you off. And you don't need to panic when they fire you. You just need to tap into your gifts. You need to tap into what's real. Okay? So let's go ahead and get in straight into this. I'm going to give you these 5 steps. Take your notepad, do whatever it is you need to do. This is going to go on YouTube. So it's going to be a replay of this. So the first thing that you're going to need to do, okay, that's going to be very, very important for you to focus so that you can do what you need to do, is to deconstruct and detach from all societal programming. I'm going to say that again. Deconstruct and detach from all societal programming. What does that mean and what does that look like? Stop believing everything that you've ever been told about the Most High, about God, about how you should live your life, about femininity, about any of those things. Wipe it clean. Because the majority of the stuff that we have been taught are lies. They told us when we get butterflies in our stomach, that means love. When in reality, butterflies in your stomach means that it is a warning. Molly, you in danger, girl. I want you to think about every man you had butterflies for and think about the hell that he's dragged you through, okay? That was a lie sold by Disney, okay, to be able to get you all in your feelings when it tells you in scripture that you can't be led by your feelings. Why? Because your feelings are too fickle, okay? Let's talk about it. They played on our top. They continue to play on our top, okay? So you're going to have to deconstruct from all that. What you think love is, it ain't even that. See, love ain't a feeling. Love is not a feeling, beloved. I hate to crush whoever's soul that just crushed. Love is not a feeling. Love is an absolute choice. When you really even read in scripture, when it talks about in 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8, what love is, all you see is actions. All you see is choices. Let me tell you something, baby. And my mama raised us on love is an action word. So here's the reality when you read it. Love is patient. You got to choose to be patient. Love is kind. To be kind in situations where it's really difficult is a choice. Let's get into it. Okay? You choose not to be boastful. Okay? So this means you choose not to be braggadocious on it. You choose not to keep a record of wrongdoing. See, these are all choices that we make. These ain't your feelings, baby. These are not feelings. These are choices that we make every single day. See, a lot of women holler, I just want to be married. I've been married for 8 years. I'm going to be married again too, right? But what you don't understand is you ain't going to always like your spouse. You ain't going to always like your spouse. But can you love your spouse through what's happening in this space? Can you love your spouse? Can you be kind? Can you be patient? Can you not keep a record of wrongdoing? Of course you can't, because you don't do this to yourself, because you don't love you. You're not kind to you. You're not patient with you. You keep a record of wrongdoing with you. See, you go before the Most High and beg for forgiveness, but you ain't forgave yourself and then want to try to figure, I still feel bad. That's your fault. That's your fault. Most High said that once you come truly, hey, Joseph, once you truly come and with forgiveness for real, it's thrown into the sea of forgetfulness. Why are you holding this? Ain't it in the sea? Ain't it in the sea? Oh, okay, then it's not. It's still in your heart. It's still in your head. It's still in your mind. You still a slave to it. Doesn't sound like you're capturing your thoughts. That ain't what it sounds like to me. So you're going to have to deconstruct and detach from everything you think you know. Because guess what? Even in all the wisdom that y'all feel like I have, I still don't know enough. I still ain't heavy enough. I only just know surface level. And I know I'm not going to know everything, nor do I want to know everything. But what I know is true is that society been lying to us from the beginning. You cannot trust them. You cannot believe them. You cannot digest what they are giving you without researching it for yourself. Because what you need to know is that everything that you see on this earth is a derivative. That's not of the most, is a derivative of the Most High. And that's exactly what the enemy does. Because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Because first he steals your joy. You watching all that news and you can't seem to focus. First he steals your joy. You keep being surrounded by people that keep putting you down and knocking you out. They keep stealing your joy. You keep your friends around you that keep shading you, and you still trying to figure out because they was your A1 day ones, why you keeping them. See, y'all don't even realize you got the op in your folk and right there in your community. You got people in your life stealing your joy that's working for the op. And you allow them to be in your space, not realizing that enough joy that gets stolen kills your confidence. See, it's still kill and destroy. Kills your confidence, baby. See, when your joy be gone for so long and you've been in a cycle of joy not having, thank you, my love, for these gifts, guess what happens? It starts to kill your confidence. And once your confidence is killed, which is basically a part of breaking your spirit, then you destroy yourself. You self-destruct. So it's not even, and the thing is, I tell people like, oh, the enemy's so busy. The enemy is only as busy as you employ him. The enemy is only as busy as you employ him, because he don't do nothing but put what you like in front of your face and let you choose to see if you really shifted, you changed, or you elevated or not. Oh, you changed? Oh, I don't want to talk to him no more. He on your phone texting you all of a sudden. I'm done dealing with him. I'm not doing this no more. Now he on your phone all of a sudden. See, what you got to understand is that your tests are derived from the things that come from out of your mouth. So when you say, I'm about to start a business, and then all hell breaks loose, let me see if you're going to quit. Oh, you going to start a business? We about to see. Oh, you done with him? We about to see. Oh, you done with his type? Let me send somebody that ain't him, but him in another body to you and see how you respond. See, you're going to have to deconstruct and detach from everything you think you know. You're going to have to detach and deconstruct from everything you think you have been taught in this world, and you're going to have to reprogram and do your work. Because you're going to have to realize these people keep lying to you continuously. And either you're going to accept their lies, or you're going to stand in the fullness of the truth that is actually you. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Okay? So you're going to have to deconstruct. So it's a real thing. So that's the first thing. Deconstruct whatever you thought you had, whatever thought you knew. Wash it, baby. Wash it. It's a blank slate. And get to know yourself and get to know who you truly are. This is what happened to me, because for a lot of years, and I explained this to y'all about up until 4 years ago, I didn't think I was a beautiful woman. I didn't think I was an attractive woman, because I was measuring myself. I was using the measuring stick of society. And why in the hell was I doing that? Why in the hell are any of us doing that when society is a creation of man? Man is a creation of the creator. If the creator has said that you're beautifully and wonderfully made, and you have this and you have that and all these type of things, right? Why are we believing society? I was believing society, which is why I always felt like I was not good enough. I was not pretty enough. I was not this. I was not that. When I adopted the truth about myself, that I'm beautifully and wonderfully made, there's a uniqueness about who I am, and all of these different things, guess what I did? I started to glow and look completely different. I started to shift. I started to get an aura about myself that was so magnetic, because I had fallen so much in love with me. I loved me for real, so I could finally love my neighbor for real, right? I could really love my neighbor for real. Detach and deconstruct from what these people have taught you. They're liars. They're liars. It ain't a coincidence that the enemy is the prince of air. Baby, y'all on the internet, why you think these waves, listen, y'all got to start paying attention. All this stuff is put online to play on your top. If you don't know how to take the meat and spit out the bones, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for a lot of people. You're going to have to deconstruct. You need to question everything you are being told. Everything. Because I need you to know, when is the last time that society really cared about you? When society start giving you a whole bunch of stuff, or allowing you to participate in a lot of stuff, you need to pay attention to that, to what's really going on underneath the scene. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Yes, this is going on YouTube. A lot of smoke and mirrors. And it's time for us to wake up. Okay? So it's time to deconstruct. That's the first thing you have to do. Deconstruct and detach from societal programming. Stop letting a creation of man rate you. They did not create you. Stop. Listen to the one that created you. Get on that frequency so that you can start elevating. The next thing that you're going to do as this world shifts into where it's shifting into, okay? And none of this is coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of preparation, because that's what you do. You get ready. You get ready so you ain't got to. You stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Scripture been telling you to get ready. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay? Number 2, once you deconstruct and detach from societal programming of telling you what you can and you can't do, all these limits and all that stuff, right? You're going to create a life around what you actually value, which means you're going to do your work to figure out what you really value in this life. Because you don't really value money. Stop trying to manifest money anyway. Because I done told y'all that. You can't manifest money. You manifest versions of yourself that either can sustain the money or not sustain the money. And that's just the reality based on the work that you continue to do. Okay? You have to know what you value in this life. For me, for example, I value my freedom. I value family. I value my tribe, right? Those are 3 key things that I really value. So guess what? A 9 to 5 don't work for me because I have an older mother And if my mama need me to go do something, I ain't finna ask you for permission to go help my mama. I ain't finna, if somebody leaves here and I need to grieve, I'm not finna ask you for permission. Can I get 5 days to try to get my heart together in the midst of that? These folks don't care about you. You need to care about you. Baby, when I tell you, it's just not making no sense. So those things are valuable to me. So what did I do? I created a life where I could be free, where I could support and be there for my family and my siblings, where I could be there for my tribe. I'm right now on a digital nomad assignment because somewhere in Texas, because I wanted to be somewhere to support someone I love. And I didn't want to ask for permission. I didn't want to ask for permission. That ain't freedom to me. The only person I only want to ask God for permission. Period. Okay? So creating a life around what you value, since I value freedom, since I value family, since I value tribe, right? Because I value those things, I created a business that supported me in being able to do that. I got a business that allows me to travel the entire world, that supports my womanhood. I'm not stressed. And like I told y'all, I hit my first 6 figures in business not being stressed, which is why I teach women the same type of principles. And I support my clients. My client didn't jump from 200K to 500K just on her own. She got the strategy she needed from me to be able to get in the space, to be able to know when to create, when to show up. And I played it on live. I played her testimonial on live, to be able, so y'all could hear what she's saying. She's over $500,000 company owner. And she mastered her feminine design. And she said, one of the things that you teach mastery. You teach women mastery, and I do. I teach you how to master your authentic feminine design. I don't teach women how to be feminine like me, because here's the reality. I can't teach you how to be feminine, and no woman can. Nobody can teach you how to be feminine. You are feminine by design. What I do is I help guide you back to your core, to your authentic self. Then when you do that, you start oozing feminine energy. And men are a byproduct. Dates are a byproduct of you aligning with your feminine energy. You don't become more feminine to attract men, because men have nothing to do with you being feminine. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I have a link in the bio where you can apply for mentorship. Absolutely nothing. They have nothing to do with it. And when you really start aligning with your authentic feminine design, what you will realize and know that most men will become so unattractive to you, baby, because you realize your own energy. Get into it. Hey, my love. You begin to realize how valuable you are. So most men make you go, ugh, make you dry up. See, let's go ahead and get into the truth of it. You won't be thirsty because you'll be dry listening to some of these folks over here, because you understand that they don't even deserve access to you. And that's real. Baby, when I started elevating, yes, when you start growing and becoming more of yourself and oozing that feminine energy, you're going to become so attractive. You're going to become so magnetic. People just going to be like, oh my God, what you been doing? What's this? What's that? All the men, everybody's going to come your way. And as you begin to dissect and use wisdom and discernment, you will begin to see that, baby, half of these people, I can't even do it. And that's exactly, it's an ick, it's a yuck. I just made a post the other day. There is nothing attractive to me about a man who is overly sexualized and who lacks discipline and self-control. What that says to me, when I see a man like that, that says to me, you lack fidelity, you a cheater, you lack focus, you ain't really hitting on no goals like that, you lack order. Okay, because your life is chaotic, because you rule by your pipe. Okay, and then the third thing on top of that, where I feel like it's like, ugh, you lack authority. You ain't even a leader, and baby, I'm not attracted to leaders. I like master men. You understand what I'm telling you? I like men who are masters of themselves. I like men who understand their masculinity is divine and they step into that. Anything else dries me up. Straight like that. And when you are a feminine woman, it literally happens like that. And I'm not interested. Because I value too many things to be adding a clown to my life. You should only be dealing with people who add value to you. But you also yourself should be adding value. But in order to add value, that means you have to understand your internal value, understanding that you are high-level currency. You are time, energy, attention, and money. Therefore, you don't waste these things. You are these things. Okay? So the second thing, again, is for you to create a life around what you value. What do you really value? What do you really value? Third thing is this. So once you deconstruct and detach from societal programming. You're going to create a life that you want around what you really, really value. Okay? Despite what society has told you. That's why. So when you detach, that whole, oh, you need to be realistic. See, all that goes out the window. When you detach and you understand who you truly are, you can create a life that's delusional because you have the discernment to do so. You've woken up to realize that these people don't care, and the only one that really cares about you is the one that created you. So let me go ahead and listen to the one who created the entire world instead of listening to the suckers who are in charge of running it right now, because they ain't really going to be in position much longer. Okay? I hope you caught that. So the third thing that you're going to do is you're going to implement a system that is going to support you in guarding your gates. Okay? You have several gates. You have your eyes, that's 2. You have your nose, that's 2. You have your ears, that's 2. You have your mouth, okay? And then you also have your womb. So I've given you about 8 gates, right? That you need to guard, that are very, very important for you to implement a system. You need to be paying attention to what you watch. You need to be paying attention to what you listen to. You need to be paying attention to who you're listening to. All of these things matter. Who you allow to even, whose stench you pick up. You need to pay attention to how your nervous system feels in all environments, in every situation. Because I'm going to tell you something. Y'all been ignoring what's happening within yourself and within your body, and it's going to make you sick. You absolutely are what you eat. You absolutely are what you eat. You're going to have to make a decision about what's going to be the standard in your reality. You set the tone for that. You're going to have to implement a system to protect yourself. What are the things that you're going to listen to? One of the key things I tell you, clean up your damn timeline. Stop listening to these garbage people that you do not know that's telling you this garbage. Baby, get more elevation on your timeline to keep you in a higher frequency of truth. It tells you in Colossians 2 to focus your mind on the things that are above. Because I'm going to tell you something. Yes, stuff going to start going crazy in this world. And if you are consumed by what's happening, you're going to be in survival mode and you ain't going to make it. If you are aware of what's happening, but not consumed, you can create the reality that you really want. And a part of that is for you to guard your gates. You cannot be listening to any and everyone. You need to be paying attention to your friend group. See, a lot of y'all got a lot of clowns in your friend group, and you're wondering why your life is a circus. There's no wisdom. You the only wisdom in there. You the smartest one in the room, but you scared to elevate to another room. That ain't gonna fly no more. In 2024, like I told y'all, this is a portal year, and this is a huge portal that's open right now. There are women who are going to, and it's a big, great divide happening. I told y'all this last year, but now it's real clear. There's a great divide that has already started last year. Women who are seeking mastery and women who are in the space of mediocrity. And the women who are going to be stuck in the same space of mediocrity going into 2025 is still going to be asking, do men do this? Do this? You're still going to be having low-level conversations and not attracting none of the stuff that you really want and desire. I'm telling you the truth. The women who are operating from a space of mastery are going to elevate. The women who are in a state of mastery are going to attract the things that they truly desire because they are energetic matches to receive that. How you want to be a business owner that makes $20,000 a month and you can't manage $2,000? You can't manage $200. You're not an energetic match for that. There are 3 levels of money. Let me help y'all out real quick for those who don't know. There are 3 levels when it comes down to money. There are people who keep money. That's a flow. There are people who get money, and there are people who manage money. Okay, those are 3 different frequencies. Anybody can get money. A scammer, a robber, a person who got a 9-to-5, a person who, like, anybody can get money. That's a low level. Oh, I got a job. Okay. That's the lowest level of frequency when it comes down to money. The second level of that is people who manage money. The reason why people who get money can't seem to come up to the level of managing money is because their mindset is not right. As soon as they get it, it leaves their hands to go into bad investments. They don't take that money and invest it and like they need to. They try to do X, Y, Z. The reason why people who manage money don't seem to get up to the level of keeping money flowing in consistently is because they try to hold money. Let me tell you something. Anything that's not growing dies. So I don't care if you got $50,000 in the bank. Your feelings going to be hurt when all the banks crash for real and you realize you ain't got a dime because you ain't really invested high level in what you need to. So you're going to be crushed in your spirit because you've been in a space of poverty before and you're so scared to be poor again. So you hold this money instead of investing it. And because you don't invest it, it doesn't grow. And because it doesn't grow, the money dies. And y'all going to wait until the money completely dies. And I already told y'all the first time before that stuff happened with the banks last year, I warned y'all that stuff was going to happen. I told y'all. And what happened? Everybody woke up one day and money was gone. That ain't the last time this going to happen. I'm telling you right now. But one of those times when it happens, it ain't coming back. So you better make sure. Listen, it sure ain't insured. Because money don't even have no real value when you think about it. It has not had a real value since 1971 when it had the gold backing standard. Money is literally paper. It's paper. It's 75. If you look it up on Google, it say money is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. It's giving slavery. See, when it says in scripture, the love of money is the root of all evil, what it's speaking of is you're worshiping it because you solely depend on it and you feel like you got to do all these different things for it. But that's because you're a slave to it. And you're a slave to it because you don't understand that the real value is in you, not in that paper. So if you start getting stressed about paper, you might as well put a cotton shirt on your head because it's giving slavery. Slavery now is mental. It's the breaking of the mind. Okay? And because you don't understand and you don't grow and you don't invest it, you can't get to the level of keeping it. I tell people all the time, every time I get money, I give. Every time I give. Because I understand the law of sowing and reaping. Whatever a man sows, you shall reap. Baby, a homeless man, a child, a woman, anytime you talk to me, you're going to get game from me. You're going to get wisdom from me. You're going to get something of value from me. And because I give so much value without expecting anything in return, I already know the Most High got me. So I have monetary elevations, non-monetary elevations. All these things happen consistently. Baby, I'm never worried about not being paid or not being taken care of because I so value in this universal algorithm, because the universe is an algorithm created by the Almighty, of everything. The Creator is an amazing architect, the best architect ever. Created the universal algorithm that records every single thing that you are doing. So how you are truly is what the universal algorithm is going to display in front of you. So baby, let me be real with you. What you don't like in your life and your life results are due to what you've liked and engaged in. Let's use Instagram, for example, and TikTok. What's on your feed right now are things that you have liked and engaged in. So if you don't like your life results, don't get mad at God. Don't be getting out talking about God ain't this and the Most High ain't that. That's you. These are things that you have liked and engaged in that are showing up in your life. And if you want it to stop, you're going to have to make some different decisions to stop. Okay? So again, back to the money frequency. So people who are on the frequency of managing money, the reason why they can't get up to, constantly keeping money is because they don't invest. They're so scared to lose the money. And I get it because a lot of people have grown up in poverty. And this really happens a lot for the people who are the black sheep, the people who have, really made it in their families. Those type of people tend to really struggle and hold on to money. They're very skeptical and all of these things. But what you hold on to so tight, you're going to actually lose. This is why all these unexpected things happen, because you holding on to that. You holding on for a rainy day. Now, don't get it confused. You should have something if you need to take care of something. But what is a rainy day to the Almighty? How you waiting on a rainy day? You're waiting on something to fall and fail? Like, what is a rainy day to the Creator of all things? The Most High ain't gonna never let me be caught slipping. Ever. I could go to zero today. And I'm a 6-figure business owner. I could go to zero today, and I'm so confident in the Most High that I'm gonna do it again. Because if I did it once, the Most High will make sure that I do it again as long as I am in obedience, okay? So that's the reality of it. I'm never scared. People say, I'm scared of being alone. Baby, I'm not scared of being alone. I'm scared of being broke, because broke is a mindset. And if y'all ever get on here and tell y'all I'm broke, I done lost my mind. Because that's a mindset. A broke mindset comes from a broken place. Okay? So, and I'm not having it. So the reason why people can't get up in the space of keeping money consistently, attracting more opportunities, it's because you either are sitting on the frequency of just getting money, you holding your money, and that's why money is not flowing to you, because you're not trusted with it, because you are a hoarder or you are a bad investor. And like it says in scripture, he who is faithful with a little, baby, can be trusted with a lot. Okay? You ain't faithful with the little you have, which is why you're not elevating. And you're not elevating because you're not being clear about what it is that you desire and what you really want. Okay? So you're going to have to implement a system to guard your gates from the things that's happening, so you can stay focused on the agenda and what it is you need to be doing. You don't need to be worried about like I said, some of us don't need to be worried about our relationships. Baby, have you made some money today? Have you worked out today? Have you eaten right today? Why are you worried about what this person doing over here? You worry about him. You need to be worried about you. You can't love him because you don't love you. You don't love him because you don't love you. So there's no way you can love him. And you're lying to yourself if you believe that you are. Love is not sacrificing yourself for other people. That's not it. That's your issue of wanting to be accepted. That's your issue of feeling like you need to earn love. You need to get down to the bottom of who taught you that, who broke your spirit in that space. Because you didn't come here like that. You didn't come here like that. Okay? So you're going to have to guard your gates. And some of these gates you're going to have to guard, going to come from your parents. You're going to have to guard what they telling you. Some of the things that your gates, some of your A1 day ones, you're going to stop listening to them. All these podcast people that y'all listen to that's not really taking you to the next, you're going to stop listening to them. You're going to have to listen to things that are going to elevate you and amplify you, or you're not going to thrive in this new upcoming society. Point blank, period, the end. That's it. Okay? Number 4, the fourth thing that you're going to do to get yourself in preparation, right, is you're only going to engage in things that add value to you. But let me be very clear. If you don't understand your value, you can't add value. Therefore, if you can't add value, you should not have an expectation to receive value, because whatever a man sows, you're going to reap. So if you sow no value, you get no value. If you don't understand your own internal value, understand that you are time, energy, attention, and money. You don't have to perform. You are simply valuable, sitting right where you are. When you understand that your internal value, it's easier for you to create valuable relationships. It's easier for you to create money, which is of more value. You can't create these type of things when you don't understand your own value. It don't make sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Okay? So you're going to engage in things that are going to only add value to you. So the question has to be now, how is this going to add value to me? And how am I going to add value to this experience? If you can't give an answer for each one of those, you need not participate. You need to opt out, sis. I'm going to tell you now. You need to opt out because you're finna waste your time. Because the Most High is not a God of confusion. So if you don't have clarity of whether or not this is a valuable experience that you're going to contribute to, and the other party is going to contribute as well, then you need to opt out. Completely out. Because you are about to play yourself on a massive level. And here's the reality. We love to place blame and be like, oh, this person did this person did that. Baby, nobody can play you without your permission, your participation, or the fact that you simply were not paying attention. I'm going to say that again. Nobody can play you. See, when you have God in you and you understand that the Most High is with you, nobody can play you. Nobody can play you without your permission. You got to give permission. You got to participate in these experiences. Or you simply are not paying attention, that is going to always be at your detriment. And that's just real. You are given a gift of your intuition that speaks very clearly, but I ain't finna argue with you, baby. I ain't finna argue with you. You want to do it, cool. Baby, intuition, you get told, Holy Spirit tell you, hey, don't go there. And you like, why? I just want to go see what happened. Nigga be like, all right. Ain't even finna argue with you. Let you go play yourself. You're going to have to get really comfortable with hearing, don't go in that door, and don't go, and you actually obey that, and then find out down the line why you couldn't go through that door or why you shouldn't have gone through that door. But no, you just gotta go see what's going on. You gotta go be nosy. You gotta go do this. You gotta go do that. And now you have an experience that has drained your value, or you've been devalued. Now you feel low. And if you allow yourself to be devalued so long and you put yourself in a cycle of being devalued, then guess what ends up happening? That starts to what? Steal your joy, kill your confidence, and then eventually destroy you. It's giving self-destruction. That's why I say the enemy ain't, y'all, people be trying, oh, the devil's so busy. Man, look, the enemy is only as busy as you employ him. You employ him. That man don't do nothing but put what you like in front of you. What you say you don't like, put it in front of you and let you choose the life you want. See, this is what happens when people get money. When people get money and people are like, oh, you changed because you got money. No, they didn't, baby. Nothing about those people changed. See, what you have realized is that this person now realized, I ain't got to eat McDonald's every day. I can go get a steak and potatoes. I don't have to sit here and not do this. I can go do this. See, people realize the options that they have when they have more resources, which is why I'm a firm believer in you shouldn't be with nobody. Oh, I'm going to help you build. They're going to build on your back. They're going to build on your back. They're going to build on your back. And you think your years of loyalty is going to buy you something. It's going to buy you a slap in the face. Because ain't nobody told you to be a slave with somebody and to do all of these things. Ain't nowhere in scripture where it told you that. And you think somebody owe you something because you gave them 10 years? Oh, baby, that's your years. You're a mismanager of your time, your energy, and your attention. Now you're all out of luck. So you should only be engaging in things that are going to add value. So that's the question you got to start asking. How am I going to add value into this situation? How is this situation really going to add value to me? Y'all be just going in being so happy just to have somebody around. Let me tell you something. And this is real talk. Relationships are for wealthy people. And when I say wealthy people, you got to understand wealthy is like full of resources, right? If you don't understand your own resourcefulness and you get with somebody who don't understand their resourcefulness either, why are you shocked or upset that there's no resources, that nothing great is coming from that? Relationships are for the wealthy because you take your richness that's within you. They bring their richness that's within them. And that creates a rich experience. And whatever you're going to create there is going to be beautiful because both people understand the richness within themselves. Neither one of them is trying to sacrifice themselves. Okay? See, that's when you understand your value. I understand that the energy that I provide to people is life force energy. I breathe life into dead things. I understand that about myself. I've been that way since I was a child, right? I breathe life. What I have not always realized is the boundaries that need to come with someone who has a gift like that. But see now, because I understand that my energy, my words, these things breathe life, baby, the minute you ever feel like you're going to play with me, the minute you ever feel like you're going to devalue me, the minute you ever feel like you're going to drain me, just like a life support plug, I'm going to pull that mug and I ain't plugging it back up. You can go ahead flatline because you ain't finna play with me. Okay? Oh, I love that, realizing I create happiness. I love that. You not finna play with me. I will pull the plug and I will do it with a smile because I do not care. Okay? I do not care. I understand the value that the Most High put within me. And I ain't finna let you play with it because I don't play about me. And baby, when you don't play about you, you realize nobody can play with you ever. Nobody could ever play with me. If I participate in experiences and I get played, that's because I wanted to, baby, because I'm never not having the wisdom to know because I'm always going to ask. Okay? So you have to understand it about yourself. So please, everything that you are engaging in from this point on, it needs to add value from people, from how you do business, from if you're working a 9 to 5. It needs to make sense. Some of y'all need to be asking, how is this 9 to 5 adding value to me? What skill set am I gaining that I can get, that I can amplify and do on my own if need be? See, y'all ain't even thinking like that because y'all count on a 2-week check. Don't even realize y'all can go into work one day and them doors going to be closed and never open again. It's not a game. Better work, better recognize. Okay? All right. So you're going to engage in things that add value. So starting from top, so you can prepare for what's happening in the world and how it's shifting. For those who are coming on late, I did a live on Friday where I was speaking about a vision that I ended up having through a pattern in reading scripture of how a lot of people are about to lose their jobs and it's going to happen very, very quickly. And it shook me because it happened quick. And I didn't think I was going to go live and talk about it because I don't like talking about stuff like that because I don't want people to get afraid. I want people to be aware. And so when I got on live and I talked about it, and there were a couple of people that, weren't really trying to hear it. They were kind of like, oh, I reject it. And I was like, that's totally fine. You don't have to, receive it. The next day, my friend who I was talking about this with as well sent me a video confirming exactly what I said as early as March. Whole bunch, because the economy is on its last leg. It was a whole video. And if you want the video, you can just DM me. I'll send you the link so you can look at it yourself. You ain't got to believe me. God gave me the message. I gave it to y'all. And then the next day, my job just fired 20 people. See what I'm saying? The next day, she sent me that article. She sent me that video. And babe, she said, girl, here go your vision. It's in my story right now. You can click on it and look at it. And I was like, oh, God. Sometimes I don't be liking it. I be getting these type of messages and stuff. I really don't. I don't like having to bring this. See, baby, I lost my job. Boom. Right here. I'm sorry, y'all. Right here. Letting you know right here. Letting you know right here. People have come. See what I'm saying? Y'all, look at all this. I promise you, I'm not telling you something like, oh, I feel. The feeling I got on the inside of me as I was reading that and that was being revealed to me, crushed me what I saw. When I told my friend what was going on, she told me the vision that she saw. She saw a vision where people were in agony screaming. You see what I'm telling you? These tent cities, you better go look at Oakland. You better go look at what's happening. You better go look at these things. Go look at the homeless population. It's going to be tent cities. It's going to be people living in tents. Families. I'm telling you what it is. Pay attention to what is going on. Okay? So number one, again, detach. I'm telling you how to prep and get yourself situated so you are thriving, baby. 92%. Listen to me. Look, right here. 92% of companies are planning record layoffs from 20. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you. That's why y'all think I spent all 2023 teaching y'all how to make money on your own. You can click the link in my bio and learn how to up-level your skills and create a cushion so if they fire you, you know what to do. I've been teaching y'all how to make money since 2023 from the top of the year. I spent the whole year doing this. And I have multiple resources in my bio where you can click in there and see and get these courses. I've been teaching this for a long time. Prepping y'all. Because you know what my assignment is? My assignment on this earth is to wake women up so that they are operating in the fullness of what they're supposed to be operating in so they can carry out what is meant for them. For you to do what it is that you're supposed to be doing. But you're going to have to wake up. You're going to have to break out of all of this foolishness. And you're going to have to come to the forefront. Because only the female leaders are going to thrive. The women who are in a space of mediocrity and you comfortable just sitting there, you're going to be in survival mode. And in survival mode, it's dangerous. It's lack and it's damaging. And a lot of y'all not ready. You're not ready. Period. They want less employees doing more. They want less employees doing more. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think it's a coincidence that these people are creating all these. They're like, oh, all these office buildings, they're converting to apartments and all that. Let me tell y'all something. These people trying to set it up to where when you can't afford to live, they want you to come and live on their property. And do you understand that you're going to have to work and live? See, y'all don't know and you don't see. You need to be aware, not for fear purposes, but for you to elevate your own life. So again, number one, deconstruct and detach from all societal programming. It is plantation. I don't want to say it, but that's what it is. It absolutely is. Deconstruct and detach from societal programming. Everything they told you was a lie. Go back to the beginning. Go back to your core. Go back to the one that created you so you can understand who you are. Because let me tell you something. If you can get at least the understanding in Genesis 1, then you will really have at least started the process. Number one, you need to understand your God likeness. It said you need to understand that you are like the Most High. It says in Scripture, let's create someone in our likeness. You have the God frequency within you. When you don't honor that energy and stand tall in that energy and allow people to treat you only according to that energy, you will be a sucker and you will fall for anything. So that's the first thing. You need to understand that the Most High is within you in that aspect. The second thing that you need to be very clear on and understand is that you also have the character. So it says the image. The likeness in the image. So we have the God frequency that is within you. You are created. No one else can tell you that you are not of the Most High. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, the second aspect is you have his character. See, this is where your choices come into play. I always tell women all the time, your authenticity gets you in the room. Your character keeps you in the room. That's how you get sustainability. It ain't a coincidence that it was created in likeness, created in image, dominion. In order for you to have dominion, meaning have your own territory where you actually rule, whether it's your business lane, whatever it is, you got a slice of this pie, right? But if you don't know your godness, you don't know the godlike within you, if you don't have your character together, you can't sustain dominion. There's no way for you to be able to do that. So that's the first, those are the first things. Understand who you are, understand your core, and take over. Fiercely, okay? Not fearfully, take over fiercely, because that's your lane, that's your area. Nobody teaches femininity like I do, because I teach it from a space of scripture, science, and psychology. I don't care. Somebody could turn around and try to do everything I do tomorrow. I was built for this. I was built for this. This is who I am. I was built and created for this very thing right here. Somebody can mimic it, but I could give you the whole recipe. It's still going to be missing me. I'm the secret sauce. And that is how you need to know and understand about yourself. Okay? But in order for you to do that, you need to deconstruct and detach from everything that these people have ever told you, because they're liars. They're liars. The second thing is you're going to create a life around what you value, not what other people tell you should do. They told us the only way to make money is 9 to 5. We all know that's a lie now. Stop letting these people play on your top and manipulate your emotional energy. Stop. Create a life around what you value. You know you value family. That's why I tell women that come to work with me, or, I can't get up in the morning and, start working at 7. I got my kids. Let me tell you something, baby. You value your children. So you spend the time with your children in the morning. You take your babies to school. And then if you want to come back and start working at 10 a.m., that's what you do. And you trust the Most High with your journey. Because guess what? I'm a firm believer in God family business, boo, which is why my business is the way it is. So I can be available to my family, be available to my tribe. I don't live by society. Society ain't finna tell me how to come work and do this and be away from my children. I don't have any physical children, right? Biological children. But society ain't finna tell me how I get to parent. Society don't get to tell me how I get to take care of my elders. That ain't what they finna do. So I went ahead and deconstructed and detached from that, because I ain't having it, okay? So create a life around what you value is the second thing. The third thing is you're going to implement a system to guard your gates. Once you choose to go this route, expect everybody to start looking at you like you crazy. Expect other people to start being like, I don't see how that's going to work. That don't make sense. Expect other people to talk trash. Expect naysayers. Have an expectation for all of these things, because it's coming. This is why you need to guard your gates. Guard what you listen to. Guard what you're watching. Guard what you say. Guard who you allow in your womb. See, these things, because don't allow your womb to become a wasteland, a toxic dump. Because you do understand that we pick up what they put down, right? You ever got up and felt like you felt depressed and all of a sudden you start feeling these feelings? We pick up what they put down. And you can make your womb a wasteland if you want to, but your womb is a space that lets you know where you at. It's an internal GPS. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't want to mess that up. I wouldn't want to harm myself in that type of way. Okay? So you're going to need to guard your gates. The fourth thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to engage in things that only add value. You're going to ask yourself, how can I add value to the situation? How can this experience add value to me? If you can't find no value, listen, Cut it off. Cut it off. If there's no value in this experience, you need to cut it loose, okay? Stop trying to make something it ain't. Tell yourself the truth so that other people will be truthful with you, because the universal algorithm is only going to respond to the real you. So if you lie to yourself and say, oh, this person gonna change, I'm just gonna wait and stick it out, you're about to play yourself. Congratulations. Start clapping and put a dunce cap on and put a red nose on, because you're about to play yourself. I don't know what other way to tell you. That's just the reality of it. You about to play yourself. So only engage in things that are going to add value, but make sure that you actually can add value. And in order for you to add value, that means that you recognize that you are valuable, which means that you actually know that you have internal value and you don't have to perform. Okay? The fifth thing that you're going to do, if you're really serious, is that you're going to, and this is the last day I'm doing this, y'all. I got a link in the bio for the Reset, Renew, Rewire Masterclass. Is still, today is the last day. I'm going to keep it at $111. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. The fifth thing you're going to do is that you're going to use that course to quantum jump. Because let me tell y'all something. You don't have time to waste. And quantum jumping is for you going from one state to another state of being. Quantum jumping is how I built my business. This is my 6-figure business. Quantum jumping is how I lost 90 pounds. Quantum jumping is how I healed my womb, because I had a regular cycle for 20 years, and then people told me I had to be on pills. The people told me that I was going to have all these problems. The people told me all this stuff. But I deconstructed from all of that programming and trusted the Most High and quantum jumped into a body that is 90 pounds less, heavier. And you can look, there's a video on my TikTok feed showing how I looked in my 20s. I'm trying to see if maybe I can pull them now. How I looked in my 20s, how different I looked in my 20s than I do now. All because I literally quantum jumped. And I did that work. And I'm not going to tell you that it's easy, but I'm going to tell you that I have simplified the process so you ain't got to try to figure it out on your own. And that's for real. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But you can shift your reality and change it. All the rules are fake, y'all. And when you realize that these rules are fake, you'll stop trying to perform and you'll really start living in reality. I'm looking now to pull this thing up because I want y'all to really see how different. And I was having this conversation with one of my really good friends yesterday about the difference. Oh, no, that's not the right video. About the difference. Because she was saying, and she's been my friend for about 10 years. She was like, yeah, you are a whole lot different. And I think people don't really realize, because I used to be like, people don't recognize me. And I don't know if they're being shady or whatever they doing, right? And she was like, no, they're not being shady. You really don't. So she really just kind of showed me. Let me see. I think I found it. So
let's celebrate that.
I don't know if you can see it. That's me. That is me. At 24 years old, that is me. At 24 years old, and that's me at 39. Do you see how different I look from doing my work? I ain't had no, all this is natural. I ain't had no surgery. And I don't got nothing against somebody who do surgery. Do whatever is going to work for you, baby. Okay? But I did my work. And I look completely different because I quantum jumped. I ignited my transformation so I could do my work, which resulted in me being 90 pounds heavier, having a hell of a lot better dating life, having more discernment, creating a business that supports my femininity and my womanhood, and that allows me to be able to support other women and showing them how to do it. So when I tell you I'm not new to this, I'm true to it. So if you want to jump, quantum jump, and really do your work, thank y'all. Thank you so much. I received that. When you really want to do your work, grab that course because it's only going to be $111 today. Okay? It's only going to be $111 to do. Number 5 is you're going to use my Reset, Renew, and Rewire course to quantum jump. Because you don't manifest things, you manifest new versions of yourself. And like I said on that live last week, how did I manifest a new version of myself that completely looks different? I had a visualization meeting with myself. Literally, when I was her, because I'm still her, right? She had a meeting with me. And we had lunch. And she asked me, what did you do to get to this space? I saw myself looking like this. And I started asking myself questions. What is it that you did? What is it that's going on? This is what I do. I work out 3 to 4 times a week. I eat as low to the ground as possible, which means I eat more plant and whole based than anything, right? I'm not stressing myself out by allowing stress or different people into my life. It was a whole plan, and I embodied that woman. I took 30 days and made a commitment to embody her habits. And that shifted my whole experience, and I quantum jumped into a whole new life. Baby, I used to work 3 jobs, being stressed the hell out, working in corporates, being a makeup artist as well on the side, and having a bridal business, and I never had any money because my mindset wasn't right. I still was operating from a space of lack. I was chasing a bag. I didn't realize that you get in alignment and you catch bags. You don't chase them, which is why I teach my clients the same thing. My programs range. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to give y'all some rundown with that. So I have several courses and different things that you can click in the bio to get access to. If you're wanting to quantum jump, okay, and today as well, for people who purchase today, you're going to get the bonus course that goes with quantum jumping. If you've already purchased, I'm going to send y'all an email so you can get it too, so don't worry. But you're going to get that. It's $111. I don't have any products that's $111. I don't have any masterclass that's $111. That was something that I did on my best friend's birthday, on the anniversary of her birthday, because she passed away. And she is the reason I literally do this work. She was the catalyst in my life. When she died, my whole life shifted. I was like that. And the Most High allowed me to be able to really see myself and grow into who I am now, and I'm not even finished. And that was 7 years ago, okay? So the first thing is that understanding if you want to ignite your transformation and you want to jump, that's the course for you. The second course that's up there is amazing. If you find yourself in spaces where you're constantly repeating cycles, you can't get out of your head, you struggle, the Divine Alignment Bundle is that girl. And the reason why the Divine Alignment Bundle is that girl, because it's going to help you, number one, uproot those thoughts. It's also going to help you break generational curses because it's going to make you put on paper. See, this is where you really get to tap into your work. It's going to make you put on paper the things that have held you back, and it's going to cause you to make a decision. Because guess what? It tells you in scripture, write the vision down and make it plain. See, a lot of us women are visionless, which is why we don't get the things that we want. Because it says in scripture, without the vision, the people will perish. So in that particular bundle, what happens is you got to write out the vision and get very clear on it. Because once you write things down as a woman, they become a law. So when you make a decision to write down, oh, I'm going to the gym and I'm going to work out, I'm going to do this, and you don't do it, you're violating your own law, which invites other people to come in and violate your boundaries and violate you. Because you don't stand on business. So why would they stand on business with you? That's law. That's spiritual law. That's as simple as how it can work. Also in that course, once you do that, we're going to do a mindset mirror reset. There's going to be a reset that has to happen within you, and I teach you the process of that. Then I'm going to teach you how to create passive income, because why you got a second job? Look at my baby, Arshia. Arshia's there. I'm living proof it works. Arshia is my client, baby, and I did my live with her. Y'all can go on YouTube and see it. But Arshia, baby, has manifested so much in the last 10 months of us working together, including a whole husband. Okay? So, and she literally did her work to become an energetic match to receive all of the things she's receiving. Y'all go follow her because she teaches you how to learn how to tap into your inner goddess. Because, baby, that's exactly what she did when we was working together. And guess what? She has a purpose partner with her. She has a business that she is absolutely loving. And she is supporting women in massive ways. And she has courses to be able to support women. So when I tell you, again, not new to it, very true to it, testimonial is always going to hit for the women who do the work. So you're going to learn how to get passively paid in that masterclass that's in that bundle. And then the last thing that you're going to learn is how to reprogram your habits. In that how to reprogram your mind course, you're going to learn how your mind was programmed and how to deprogram it and reprogram it. So if that's your struggle, then you will be able to do that in that bundle, the Divine Alignment Bundle. It's $222. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Okay? So no excuses. Get it. Do your work. And you will see massive results, okay? The next course that you will see is for those who are trying to do business in a very feminine way instead of masculine business type of strategy. It's called the Free Feminine Business, The Free Feminine Blueprint Masterclass, where it's teaching you how to create your business model in such a way, all praises, in such a way that you are able to ooze feminine energy. Like I said, I got to 6 figures not by hustling. I wasn't working. Let me tell you, let me be real with you. I practice Sabbath, so I only work 6 days a week, if that, not really 6 days. I work truthfully, I probably work now maybe like 3 to 4 days a week, if that, right? I am able to travel. I am able to be where I need to be with my family. A lot of my business is on automation. Like, a lot of these things are already taken care of for me, so I can feel free in my femininity. I'm not waiting for a man to come and rescue me from my masculine habits, because I seen a post like that, which I thought was so ridiculous. You as a woman have gifts within you. When you should be so rich in your gifts that when you attract a partner, that he ain't doing nothing but coming in trying to invest in those gifts and elevating you to the next level, because they just want you to be in that type of state. Okay, you are coming in, and whatever that person is bringing to you, you are amplifying. We as women are amplifiers. You can't want a man with resources, money, i.e. land, all that, if you don't know how to amplify these things. You're just going to get into that situation, spend money, and you don't even know how to make sure the money coming back in. You don't like, when it says, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing because he finds favor in the Lord. Do you know that you're favored? Do you understand how your favor operates? Do you understand that favor, when it touches something, expands? Baby, anything I blow on grows, okay? There's not a man that I have been with that has not elevated since being with me. And it's not because he's built off my back. It's simply because, baby, I breathe life, and I understand that. I understand that I'm an amplifier. I amplify things. And when you understand it about yourself as a woman, it's so attractive. And it's so amazing to be around, because you know how to make things grow and expand without even losing your feminine essence. Because some of us want to work ourselves into that. Baby, you just have to be. You just have to be. But you got to understand how you operate so that you can be. Okay? So that's very, very important and very vital in business, which is why the Free Feminine Business Blueprint supports women in creating businesses that can support them in that. So if you want to, I don't want to hustle in my business. I want a business that really is going to work around me. That's that girl. It's $397. You can get it with client affirm and afterpay. Now, for the ones who really ready, like, because those are levels right there. But if you're really ready to jump, then the Feminine Emotional Mastery Accelerator is going to be the one for you. That one is $497. Let me tell you what's in it. You can get them client affirm and afterpay as well. That's for women who want to create their cushion. They want to create this thing's bothering me. Their first $50,000 in their business. I teach you how to package your intelligence, put it into a product, charge a high price for it, because it's that valuable, and get the money. If you click the link in the bio with the female bundle, you'll scroll down and see the testimony of my client Rocky, of how I gave her a strategy on how she was going to make $10,000 that month. Why she turned around and got offers for $15,000, up to $15,000 she got offered. And guess what? It was less than 30 days of her doing what I told her to do, what I advised her to do. Not new to it, true to it, baby. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. I know when I hear something that I know going to do well. My former client, Sasha, hit $100,000 while she was on her first digital nomad assignment in Jamaica on her birthday. For the longest, she fought me on wanting to get on TikTok and do these. I taught her how to get in alignment with her authentic feminine design sales archetype. So she knows and learned the unique way that she sells, the unique messaging that she needs to put out there. All of these different things that helped her elevate and attract so many different clients. I told her from day one, I said, baby, you doing God's work. Because she helps women heal fibroids, because she helped herself heal them. I said, baby, you doing God's work, and I'm telling you, this going to go big. It's going to go bigger than what you think and what you believe. If you could trust me and you could just get on TikTok and you can start talking and start using, trust me, it's coming. Baby, she hit 100K. I got a case study with a PDF that I could send to you if you don't believe me of everything that she did. Congratulations to the queens, because I see the purchases coming in. Congratulations to the queens who are purchasing. Welcome to your next level. Also, in that female bundle, you get the Master Your Emotions the Feminine Way. This is what teaches you a foolproof. I mean, you got to be a fool not to catch this, but it's a foolproof self-accountability system that supports you in not playing yourself so other people can't play with you. It teaches you how to be more vulnerable and open up and be authentic about what you really want as a woman. And it teaches you how to articulate your emotions in a way that is not toxic, but is very clear so that you get what it is that you are asking for. That is also in that bundle. Because as you start making money, you're going to need to know how to manage your emotions, because people are going to start playing with you. They're either going to start playing with you in the form of, hey, let me get some, big money, all this stuff. You need to be able to master your emotions. So when you get the bag, you're not tricking the bag off to your family because you feel bad about your success guilt. You're understanding and operating in a space of order, so you're not being ran ragged all over the place, okay? Because that's what tends to happen with women. Y'all better look at Terry from Soul Food. She went in that thing paying everybody bills. She went in that thing getting folks out of jail. She went in that thing letting her cousin, who was a host, stay in her house. And guess what? She ended up lonely and sad at the end, looking crazy while everybody else was smiling at the end of the movie. You want to be like Terry or not? So understanding and mastering your emotions the feminine way will have you not out here looking like Terry from Soul Food, because that is not a badge of honor. She was looking a fool, and she kept trying to people please and do everything for everybody, and then people still did not appreciate her from when she was young. Very disgusting when you really go back and you really look at these films for what they really are, okay? So you need to be very clear on that aspect. So mastering your emotions the feminine way, and then also the Feminine Law and Order Masterclass. The Feminine Law and Order Masterclass that's in that bundle teaches you as a woman how to manage how to become an energetic match to receive. It teaches you about your cycles, how to sync with your cycles. It teaches you about the 4 phases in your cycle, the 4 different women you turn into during that time frame. And it tells you how you can maximize those women and how to use that energy. The reason why women think they're moody during their cycles or they think they're PMSing is because you are at war with yourself. You have no choice but to be at war with everyone else, because you don't understand what phase your body is going through at that time, so you can get in sync with it. I'm teaching you that in the Feminine Law and Order Masterclass. So that bundle together is very powerful. You can take that bundle, which is $497, and if you wise, you can turn around and flip it and into $5,000. That's literally at the time when I held that masterclass for $197. Right, which was the Intelligence to Income Masterclass. Rocky, my client Rocky at the time, she was very skeptical because I had to cancel the masterclass because I had some stuff going on, and she was like, "Oh my God, did I do something wrong?" She was telling me on the thing. She said, "But when I got on there and I got what you said, and now that I'm applying what you said, I realized that it's real." I had to tell God, like, "Oh my God, I didn't know this money could come that fast." Yes, when you are in alignment and you are in obedience, things come quick. They come a lot faster than what you really thought that they could. But are you prepared to manage those things as they come? So if you're really wanting to do your work and you want to be serious and you want to accelerate, the FEMA bundle is going to be the one for you. I teach you, like I said, how to get your first $50,000, how to create that cushion. Baby, y'all should be creating cushions so when them folks walk in and say they don't want y'all no more, you don't even care. Or when you get tired of them because they didn't got on your nerves enough, you get to walk because you know you got $50K you can live on, and you know if you done got 50, you can get $500K. Okay? If you can get 50, you can get 100. If you can get 100, you can really get $1 million. You just need to repeat the process. Okay? So that is the FEMA bundle. The next thing that you'll see on there is the Feminine Embodiment Mentorship Application. That is a 4-figure program, okay? Yes, there is Klarna, Firm, and all those things available, and payment plans available for that as well. That is the Embodiment Mentorship. You can get it for 6 weeks, or you can get it for 12 weeks, where you actually work with me one-on-one. Oh, in a FEMA bundle, you get a one-on-one with me. So once you buy the FEMA bundle, make sure you schedule out your session at least 2 weeks, because I need you to watch the Intelligence to Income Masterclass, because I'm going to help you flesh out your idea that's going to make you money. I ain't just going to leave you by yourself. I'm going to help you flesh out that idea that's going to support you in being able to create this cushion so you can walk away from these folks. Okay? So understand that the Feminine Embodiment Mentorship Program is a 6-week program where I'm going to support you walking through your womanhood. It's a very, very beautiful program, and yes, you do have to apply for the program. No, I do not accept everybody, because I only accept women who are serious. Like I said, I only work with women who are self-led, soul-led, women who are serious about really elevating and getting to the next level. Those women are going to go far. I also have a program where I teach women how to become digital nomads, the Feminine Solar Cycle Digital Nomad Collective, but I'm not taking anyone in that program currently. You can apply for the mentorship program. You can apply, you can take any of those other courses to be able to get access to me. But, okay, those are the resources and the different things that I have. That 111 course is not going to be 111 tomorrow. So get it. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. If you can get cute on the outside, baby, you can get Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay for that. You can get Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay to do your work on the inside, because that's really what matters. Because, baby, no external glow compares to the internal glow from a woman who has really done her work. Because not only does she look different, she feels different, she impacts people differently, okay? So it's a different kind of element. So those are my courses and my services. Congratulations to those who are purchasing, because I keep seeing the purchase come in. What questions do you guys have for me? Feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm going to answer some questions and then I'm going to get off here. So drop your questions and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I'm sorry I'm on the computer. So if y'all have any issues or anything of what's going on with your products and services, please let me know. I like to get off here and double check to make sure that you guys get everything that you're supposed to get. So I'm so excited. So please, y'all, drop your questions. I would love to answer them. I want to support you. I want to see you win. Please, y'all, because it's an open portal. Please don't get played. Please don't let society play on you, and don't you play on yourself, okay? So go on and ask me why I'm here. Let's see. Girl, let me see, baby. This dog is over here snoring down, so if you hear him, just... he's knocked out. Does the divine... has the rewiring. The divine alignment bundle has the reprogramming, so you'll learn about rewiring from a subconscious level. So that's really the most important. You really need to get under that subconscious to know exactly what's going on in life, okay? So that's the realest thing that I can tell you. So definitely divine alignment bundle is that girl for that. Hey, I just purchased. I would like to know if it's gonna be digital, my love. And when I get off here, I'm going to double check to make sure everybody got what they need, okay? Or everybody got their products. It's going to be digital. If you have the alignment bundle, do you recommend the Ignite course? I absolutely do, if you want a quantum jump. How do you feel about staying in healthcare as a job? I don't really know. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? It really depends. How do you truly feel about it? What is the Most High saying to you about that? Now, I know when I was in corporate, it was get out. And I was out. You ain't got to tell me more than once, okay? I was out. You're welcome. Can you give the fibroid lady again? Absolutely. Her name is Sasha Rosa, health coach. That is literally her name on here. Sasha Rosa, health coach. And then also I have a video of me and her on YouTube talking about her testimonial as well from working with me. Hey, Elle, I think I got more than what I paid for. I appreciate you letting me know that. Do me a favor and DM me so I can find out what that is. Thank you for your honesty, because I'm going to gift you something just because of that. In fact, because of your honesty and what you felt, let me turn off some stuff because I don't know. I'll give you a one-on-one. Shoot me an email. Shoot me a message so I can make sure that I schedule that. Thank you for your transparency. How do I stop playing on my top? No, she said I will stop playing on my top. Yeah, such a good lie. What's my Insta? Same as my name, Uri.L. Can I ask you a question? Is it okay to convince yourself that something is happening? Hold on. Is it okay? Thank you for these gifts. Is it okay, as you convince yourself something is happening, that you tell people? I'm not sure I understand clearly your question. Let me read it again for myself. Is it okay, as you convince yourself something is happening, that you tell people? I guess it just kind of depends on that. I'm a person that tends to try to operate according to wisdom, so I try to ask the Most High about things before I just automatically start doing them. So I like to kind of get some clarity before I move. That's just me, though. Before I even speak on certain things, there are certain things that I'm working on that I'm not going to speak on right now because I don't have really permission to speak on it. So I think you really have to be led by wisdom in that. A friend of me told me to play the game of life. I take my life seriously. It's not a game. Well, there's two things I can say to that. I would say life is definitely chess, because it's all about being intentional and being strategic with your moves, okay? As a queen, specifically, because we get to move any kind of way all over the board. So for me, life is literally the game of chess. It's the game of strategy, it's the game of intention, and it's the game of the right moves. So when you look at it from that aspect, it is. But you're talking about like playing and doing all of that, then I can kind of understand why you may feel like that. But for me, life is definitely chess, not checkers. Healthcare system will always be there, but the system is not trying to. Absolutely. And then you also have to consider the healthcare system and your positioning there. And could they possibly, can AI do your job? See, there's another thing you have to think about. Can AI do your job? Because, child, AI gonna take a lot of jobs. What programs do I need to start with? I need it all. So Rosetta, if you're in a state of constant cycles that are negative and you can't get back from that, the Divine Alignment Bundle, like Paris said, I agree. The Divine Alignment Bundle for sure is your starting point because you got to uproot. You got to uproot ASAP. I'm trying to think what my thing could have given more of. In fact, let me try to see if I can turn my what's the names off. I love how honest she was, and she told me that was showing up like that. But I have great appreciation for people who operate in integrity, and I always, especially when it comes down to me, and I am very rewarding in that aspect because I respect that. I respect honesty. I respect truth. I don't respect when people try to get over, especially on me. Because one thing for sure, two things for sure, you can never get over on me, baby, because the bill gonna always come due. I ain't even gonna do nothing to you. But the Most High gonna handle my lightways, so I don't be tripping. I really don't be tripping on a lot of stuff. Because, baby, I ain't gotta get you. The Most High gonna be on their head. Do you believe me? Which package should I get? I'm just starting to believe in myself. The Most High is saying my change. Then I would say the Divine Alignment Bundle to start you. Once you complete the Divine Alignment Bundle, then I would, if you want a quantum jump, then I would do Ignite My Transformation. So I would literally do those in that order. Which one has the 4 female phases? That is the FEMA bundle, the one for $4.97. You can get that with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay, and it breaks down the phases of your cycle and everything in there so that you can start getting in alignment with that. That is a game changer. And truthfully, that's the biggest thing that took my client from let me see, I may have the testimony on here too. That took her from 100K to 500K. It was that, to being able to stick with a cycle. That's the biggest thing that took her there. I think I still have the recording. But yeah, that's the one. You're welcome, sweet love. Which one? Is it a fourth? Which one? Is it a 4-week or 5-week program? You talking about the Feminine Embodiment Mentorship Program? It's 6 weeks and 12 weeks. Those are the 2 options. Well, praises to the Most High. You're welcome. Last time I quantum jumped, I knocked myself out of it. What would be the best way to get back? Going back to the original vision. Everything starts and ends with the vision. And I think most people don't have a vision. You should have a vision for your love life, a vision for how you want to work, a vision for, your family, all of these type of things. You should have those things in place before you go out here exploring. Okay? No, I got access to the 5-week program I didn't pay for. What program, girl? I don't know. Okay, so do this for me. Forward me the email that you got. Because it's got to be an old program because I have no idea what that could be. And if you did get that and it comes with a one-on-one, and I mean, in that is what we still gonna have our one-on-one. So just make sure that you DM me so I can get that for you situated. You're welcome. What other questions do you have for me? Is the reset including the $4.97? It's not. But if you get the $4.97, you have a one-on-one with me. And if you need to discuss how you can reset and do all of that, we can do all that while you're on a call with me. Because you get a one-on-one with me for, I believe, like an hour. So the first part of that, we're going to structure out whatever it is that you're wanting to do as far as package your intelligence and put it into income. So you can create that cash cushion for yourself to be able to, invest and do the different things that you need to do. And then the other part of that and piece of that, if there needs to be some rewiring and different things like that, then I'll show you how to restructure and do some things with that. Okay? That's why I tell people all the time, you have access to me, make sure you utilize that because that's very important. Do you give mind giving a summary of what you talked about today? I'm new here and I don't really understand. Sure. Basically what I came in and I talked about today was I had saw a pattern, which is basically like a vision, because some people who are seers, they see visions. I don't necessarily see visions. What it is, I see things through patterns. And I get the confirmations through patterns, and those serves as visions for me, right? So I saw a pattern of something about to happen really strong, and it already started. And I knew that it was happening, but I just didn't know it was going to be that hard. That a lot of people were going to lose their job really quickly. It was going to happen very fast. And that shook me and scared me and the reason why is not so much, the world is shifting and this and that. Yes, it is. But it was more so that people were making bad investments. And I have that live on YouTube where you can go back and check that out. we're not using our talents properly, and talent by definition and scripture means money. So because we are not investing our talents in amplifying who we are and becoming better so that we can create better outcomes, you're going to lose what little you have, because you literally are not faithful with a little. Therefore, you will not have a lot. And when I got that revelation, I was like shook to my core, almost to tears, because you can, like I said, watch the YouTube. I got emotional in speaking about it. And so the day after, my really good friend, who I told this to, who was also in business, she told me about a vision that she was having about people screaming. It was just bad, right? And the next day, she sent me this video that I showed the text in my story right now. Hey, remember your vision? It's it right here. And it's talking about in the video how people are going to start losing their job. The economy is about to start having these aggressive layoffs starting in March. So when I tell you like that, it was crazy. So today I got on to teach everyone what they could be doing to prepare themselves for this thing, because it's not going to stop. Just, you can't pray it away. The scripture is the scripture. The word is the word. What's supposed to happen is going to happen. Are you going to be prepared? Are you going to be in position to do what you need to do? And so what I did today was give out information on how women can get prepared. And I gave out 5 key steps. Those five key steps are to, number one, to deprogram and deconstruct from all societal programming, everything that you think that you know and you've been taught. The second thing is for you to create a life around what you really value, not about what other people tell you should value. See, they sold you the lie on the American dream. You should go to college, get a car, get a house. Now these people can't even pay for none of these things. The American dream was a lie. Everything was a lie. All the rules are fake. And you got to deconstruct from that if you want to live a different life. So you're going to create a life around what you value. You're going to implement a system that is going to support you in guarding your gates. It means you're going to be very careful about what you take in, what you eat with your eyes, what you eat with your ears, what you eat with your mouth, what you eat. Okay, all of those things. So the next thing you're going to do is that you're going to only engage in things that actually are going to bring value to your life. But that's because you understand that you add value as well. And then lastly, you're going to use my course. That's 111 today and today only. The Reset, Renew, and Rewire Masterclass to Quantum Jump. Meaning to manifest a new version of yourself so that you can manage these things that are coming. Because when you have aligned beliefs, the actions come into alignment and you have aligned results for what you really want out of life. So that's the summary of what I talked about today and how I am supporting y'all. And I went over a couple of different things of how yes, I literally been doing research on everything that you've been saying on the past month. Child, go on, grab that masterclass then. What was number 2? Number 2 was create a life around everything that you actually value. Okay? So yeah. Yep. Trying to tell y'all. Yep. So yeah. Just trying to tell you, get you prepared, get you situated, because it's not shifting or changing. You have to change so things around you get better. So you can click the link in the bio to be able to grab any of those products and services. You guys let me know in my DM if you have any questions or any concerns or anything. I'll phrase this. I love you more. You guys are extremely welcome. Like I said, the masterclass is only going to be up for 111 today. And if you're on my email list, this replay will go out to you probably sometimes this evening. So for those who missed it, they can be able to catch it. And I also will have the link in my YouTube so you can purchase the course for 111 today. But like I said, after today, it's not going to be 111. Okay. And those who purchase today are also going to get the bonus. They're going to get the bonus course of quantum jumping, the bonus live about quantum jumping, so you can really understand how to quantum jump. So it's just going to further push you. And for those who already purchased the course, you're going to get that on the back end. I'm going to shoot that to you guys too. Okay. What if you have difficulty receiving? If you have difficulty receiving, then you need to start with the alignment bundle, because you got to understand that receiving is in your nature. It's authentic. To be feminine is to receive. Even when you look at your organs, you are receiving. You know what I'm saying? So it's in our DNA to receive. The issue is when we struggle with receiving, a lot of that is because we've been taught to give, and it feels very uncomfortable to ask for help or to ask to to be supported, because it's very hard to say because you've been forced to do this all your life. So, and I've been there. I used to be the same way. And the Divine Alignment Bundle really supported me with that. When I wrote down my traits of things like not being able to receive and being able to be clear, like, where did this come from? I was able to eradicate that and implant a new belief around receiving. Now I can receive. And baby, I ask for what I want. See, women be scared. Baby, I ask a man for what I want. I don't got time. I'm going to ask for what I want. Be like, I don't want you to figure. I want what I want, what I want. Either you can do it or you can't, okay? I'm not scared to ask. So, and I used to be really, really scared to ask and be vulnerable because I felt like it made me look weak, when in reality, I was looking weak because I wasn't asking. So, the Divine Alignment Bundle will definitely support you in understanding that, because you'll understand your true value and it's in your nature to be able to do these things, okay? So, yes, my lovies, I'm going to get off here and because I got to get ready because I'm flying out today to leave. So I hope that y'all have an amazing, 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 magnificent Monday. I like to call Monday Manna Monday. So it's my prayer that you receive something today that literally helps you edify, that inspires you to think, that edifies you, that, inspires you to think and to take action. That the Divine Alignment Bundle come with Feminine Part 2. It is not. You got to understand your authentic nature first before you start growing into, let me get more aligned in my feminine or my authentic. You got to know who you are first. So you have to start at core. Okay? Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all. So y'all have an amazing, amazing, amazing Monday. DM me if you have any questions or concerns. And I will talk to y'all soon because I'll probably go live tomorrow, I believe. I just don't know when. Get on my email list so you'll know. Okay? So y'all have an amazing, amazing day. When do I come back? Wait, when do I come back on live? I don't know. Tomorrow sometime. I don't know when. But get on my email list so you'll know. As far as when do I come back in a city, where I'm going today. Y'all know I don't like to tell y'all exactly where I'm going because people be crazy, okay? So, but I'm traveling today to my next digital nomad location, or my centralized location. And yeah, I'm excited. So I will talk to y'all soon. Have an amazing evening, amazing day. Please, please, please know that self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship, because you set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself. So you should treat yourself exceptionally well, okay? Click the link in the bio to be able to get access to all of these things that I talked about today. Thank y'all so much. And y'all have an amazing evening. Peace, y'all.